Well, the Rwandan embassy here in Washington has officially launched a series of commemorative events leading up to the 20th commemoration of the genocide against the Tutsis. A flame of courage, resilience, and hope was lit at an event on Monday. Speakers at the event included former U.S. Senator Russ Feingold, now U.S. Special Envoy to the Great Lakes and DRC. Feingold said that 1994 will always be more than a chapter in a history book, but at the same time, Rwanda is more than those 100 days. He also said to remember is to overcome, and to overcome is to stand side by side with others without the distinction of surviving genocide. Feingold further commented that while Rwandans will always be survivors, they should stand as Rwandans first. Now, for more insight into the Rwandan genocide commemorative events, we're joined by Edward Rwema of U.S. Central Africa Service. Welcome, Eddie.
Thank you very much, Vincent.
Yes, now you were at this event, looked really colorful. Tell me first, is this the first time that there is kind of like a series of events before the commemoration?
It is the first time since it's the 20th anniversary, so Rwanda is trying to make it big and give enough people time to reflect and talk about the genocide and probably, forge the future of Rwanda after the genocide. So these particular events were launched in Rwanda on January 7th. So it's something that is going to go on until the culmination of the genocide commemoration, which is in April 7th. But at the same time, in Rwanda, from April 7th until July 4th, there are events that are meant to commemorate the genocide.
So when you talk about a series of events, lighting the torch is one of them. What are the other things that are happening both in Rwanda and also outside?
So basically, for example, like the event that happened here in Washington, D.C., besides lighting the flame, which they call the flame of hope, the flame of resilience, there are also global conversation that goes on. Like yesterday, what happened at the Rwandan embassy here in Washington, they had numerous speakers, including Senator Russ Feingold that you spoke about, who is also the U.S. Special Envoy to the Great Lakes region and the Democratic Republic of Congo. They had people like Adama Dieng, who is the Special Advisor to the United Nations in charge of preventing genocide, and other speakers, including delegates from the African Union. So basically, all they were talking about is how they could prevent genocide from happening again. The Rwandan genocide was the last genocide of the 20th century. So what they're talking about now is how can they prevent genocide from occurring again elsewhere in the world.
But we know that in Rwanda itself, around this time, the commemorations also do generate some heated discussions, especially regarding what happened in Rwanda. There's some questions that still keep coming up. How do you deal with the fact that there are people in the community who are accused of having been, involved in the genocide?
Absolutely. This is a time when you get to hear different people, debating the genocide. Some people don't see it the same way. There are people who think that this is a genocide that was committed against the Hutus, probably in the Democratic Republic of Congo. But as far as the genocide against the Tutsi is concerned, you find that most people really, think the same way as the entire international community, that there was a targeted massacre of Tutsis. And even recently, where the United Nations headquarters, they, for the first time, called this genocide against the Tutsis. So
very specific. But also there's something I know that is being discussed in Rwanda itself now. It's their call for almost like an entire community to kind of confess and apologize on behalf of those members of their community, that's the Hutu, for having committed the genocide. How is it going down?
Yeah, it's a new initiative that was launched, I think, by members of the youth, especially the Hutu youth. And the initiative itself is called Ndumunyarwanda. Ndumunyarwanda meaning I'm Rwandan. So basically they're trying to use it as a tool of reconciliation, whereby people from the Hutu ethnicity would probably, come out and ask for forgiveness on behalf of other Hutus. It is something that is generating a lot of controversy because not every Hutu thinks that he or she should ask for forgiveness for the crimes he or his family never committed. But it's something that, according to Rwandans, that is going to help the passage of reconciliation and probably bring about unity
Indeed,
among
this
Rwandans.
it's going to be a long healing process.
It is.
And, but the hope is that it's going to always help to unite the Rwandans.
Absolutely.
Edward, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Edward Rwema is with VOA Central Africa Service.